Good morning everyone. Still bitterly cold outside, so I thought today I'd stay in and have a little look round at some of the other odds and ends that I've got. It's a very pleasant day. The postman called with a very large box, double boxed, and in it was this black phone. Very pleased to get that. Desperately sorry, and I'm hoping the sender isn't money out, because I say the first example was smashed in the post, and I believe it was smashed in the post over here by our marvellous post office. I may be wrong, but that's what I feel. I'm hoping they got compensated, because to send this off to me with the loss of the cost of the actual phone, it must have been quite a loss on their part. And I'd like to take the chance of thanking them very, very much for what they did. They needn't have done this, but they did. And I say this goes all the way to Croatia. And I say if anyone is interested in getting one of these phones, or Iskra phones, they have got some. I don't know about another one of these, which is an AKA 11, but they have got some of the others. You notice how this has been wired up temporary just to show it working. I know a lot of you like them to be ringing and listening to our type of ringing, which is different to most countries. I know Australia's got the same, and we've got it like that, and probably some of the other British Isles and places like that would have the two type of ringing. And you can see, don't look too careful at the wiring. It's just temporary. I made up a little block there, as you can see, and I plugged it in there, so it's plugged in there, and a pair of wires coming out which connects up to the plug. This is the kind of plug this particular phone has, so it's obviously a phone plug that they used in Yugoslavia. Anyhow, getting back to the phone, I'm not showing you any innards because that was all covered in my last video of the same phone. Since then I've also put in the dial. So nothing like this in this one. This is purely on what the phone looks like outside. And we can have a little look. Take the handset off. The handset's well made. I have had a look at the inserts inside. They're both there, both sound. It was interesting because this phone worked first time. As soon as I lashed it up and got it working, got it wired up, it worked. The bell was a bit flat, but not to worry, this is quite an old phone, and the nut which held the two little gongs on had come loose, so no problem. Tightened them up, left a tiny gap between the hammer and the gong, so you get that nice gentle ding, and tried it again, and as you will see later when we have a little test call on it, it sounds very nice. Looking at the phone itself, I know I'm in a different spot. It's only because I've got access here to the phone socket. Dial, all the other bits. In the middle there, you've got the name Iskra. I think it will show itself on the camera, Iskra. You've also got something which we didn't take up to many years afterwards, a carrying handle that's easily carried. Metal plungers, which are quite nice. And I will sit on the top there. At the back, but I know it's normally shown all the way around. This is in superb quality. There's not a scratch on it. There's certainly not any nicks or anything, which you may expect, the fact that it's quite a few years old. Let's have a little look at the underside. We've seen this before on the other one, but we'll have another look. It's more or less the same. There, it's a label. Someone stuck a label on there saying what the phone is. They say it's an AKA 11. ATA 11. ATA 11. Get it right in a minute. If you look through the little holes, you'll see the double gong inside there. We just see it. There's two gongs, one inside the other, and the lever there, I can show it working, that either has a buzzing bee or the bell rings. I've set it so the bell rings. It shows up okay. Stand it back up without it slipping off or crashing on the floor. We will make a call. We'll get dialing tone and we'll have a little listen to the ringing. Remember, this is English ringing, and it will have two rings. So it's 1, 7, 5. Get a tone. Replace the handset, and you get that nice clean ring. Take the handset off. Restore it a couple of times, and you're back to normal. Anyhow, that's more or less it on this black Iskra phone. As I said before, they were obviously made under licence by Iskra from Siemens. I don't know now if there was ever a tie-up between the two companies, but outwardly it's virtually the same. The dial is slightly different. On the one I got upstairs, the Albus work, which is the Siemens one made in Switzerland, the dial is sort of a goldy colour, and the centre's different to this one. But apart from that, you wouldn't really know the difference. Once you open it up, then yes, there are differences, and my honest opinion is that the original Albus work was, I'm not saying better made, different made. It had some ideas in there which I'd never come across before, which I thought were quite good. Having said that, the induction coil and the bell coils were wound on the same core, so you just saw like one coil. It done both, you had induction for the sound and that, and the bell, and it was on the same core, and that saved space. And as I said before, the dial was arranged so that it was on contacts which were contacted direct down to the sort of a sub-board or circuit which is inside the phone. This phone has got that same type of board, but it doesn't use, it uses a normal bell coil and a normal induction coil, and the wire connecting the dial is in fact a wire as opposed to the contacts, and the layout was slightly different. But anyhow, apart from that, it's a very good phone, and say if anyone's interested in collecting these, then I would definitely recommend the seller in Croatia. He served me very well, and I'm very, very grateful, and hopefully I shall deal again, because it is good. But as I say, my warnings about parcels being perhaps only singly boxed seem to have done some good. So it was interesting. This one did arrive in a large box and beautifully arrived, and once again many thanks, and also many thanks to all you people watching this. Any comments please make, any suggestions please make, please subscribe, please like, and all the other things you do on YouTube. Thank you again. Thank you.